Just completed our second season, so we launched in April 2015, had a pretty good year last year, and then built on that a bit more this year, and starting to make plans for next year already. So we started off the year in home waters up at Saltash Sailing Club. They run a spring series over 4 weekends in April. It's a great little event, Saturday afternoons, and then back to the club for some cheap beer, live music. We had a polo out as well. We were lucky enough just to stay ahead of the crowd, and we managed to get first overall on that one.
Go up if there's no overlap, Simon. Got Max pushing down on us. Well, yeah, very right then. Wait, let's go and screech out.
We have the Edge, Adonalt, Bare Necessities, and Hissy Fit. Belladonna back there, Twister and Pantaneus. Good fleet, eh?
The Royal Western Pantaneus Triangle Race, which is one of our favourite little coastal races. 40 miles from Plymouth down to Falmouth on the first day. Then we head from Falmouth to Fowey on the second day, and then along back home to Plymouth on the Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. The event made up of 3 races. I think there were 10 or 12 multi-hulls this year.
I'm just checking out the telltales in the back of the name.
Of course. Everything all right?
Yeah, it looks good.
First trophy there, the Annex Inc. First Handicap. There we go, mini offshore events. From there we had a tight schedule to go to France for the Almond race. We headed down there with 2 other Dazcats. We had Scillies with Rupert and Casper, as well as Bare Necessities with Bruce and his young crew. Alison unfortunately recently had a back operation, so came down with the dog in a support role. Now it's intended to be 320 miles. They vary the length of the course depending on the weather conditions, so it's quite sensible because they want to get everybody back by the Saturday night. It starts on a Thursday, and I think this year we did about 260 miles. There was definitely some very light winds. We had 9 or 10 multi-hulls there. First boat was a Ultramar 5X sort of custom carbon boat, no limit, 60 foot long. He was very quick. Then we had Acapella, which is a water green, I think, Catamarans, which Charlie Capel maintains and races. And then we came in third. We were lucky enough to be given memorabilia. Scillies was fourth and Bare Necessities fifth. Once we got back after the Almond race and we had a quick pit stop at home, it was up to the MOCRA Nationals, which is part of the pool regatta. That was inshore racing over 3 days. International Paints were the sponsors. Day 1, light winds. It was a bit of a struggle on Hissy Fit doing the nip and the tuck racing against the smaller boats. So we had DM24s, Wombats, 8 metre Granger, sailed by Matt Baker, my brother. So yeah, tight racing, really short courses, so 0.8 of a mile. We were, struggling a little bit on board Hissy Fit. We nearly had a few rebellions or mutinies.
A few Hissy Fits?
There might have been a few Hissy Fits, yes. But we managed to get around the course. We found a way around it, and going in after 3 days racing, it was down to the last race as to who won, whether Wombat or Hissy Fit were going to be the winners, and Matt did a fantastic job. So he's currently MOCRA National Champion, and we were runners-up. We've got this lovely tumbler here. I just need to find a bottle of whiskey big enough to put in it. So the MOCRA Nationals at the end of May, we got home again for another weekend. Then it was big event of the year, the Volvo Round Island race. Again, we had the 3 Dazcats lined up for that one. We had Swanios with Rupert and Casper, Bruce and Allison, and again some of their young crew, Brendan, Jamie, Matt, Andy. We had an all-new crew on board Hissy Fit as well. So we had Jess Holgrave, Andy Carr, who normally sails on the Edge with Chris, Daniel Drew, Amy McCarthy, Irish girl from Cork. She came and joined us as well. So again, a little bit of local knowledge goes a long way. So we got over to Dunleary. The Royal Irish Yacht Club took care of us there. Great hospitality, lovely club, great history. They laid on a bus to get down to the pre-race meeting. The Wicklow Town Band were there. Next morning sailed down for the start, which was 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Light wind start. And then got a bit rough and ready around the fast nets.
You're up on your Tindering, are you?
Don't say that, I'm talking to my girlfriend. Yeah. You can't Tinder at the fast net. We're just trying to enjoy the ride. Bloody women drivers, the boat's everywhere.
Just turned into a good all-round race really. Headed up further north, was good wind, and we had a real nip and tuck battle with a couple of monohulls, Katsu and some class 40s. The mod 70s had got away and they were around in less than 2 days, where I think it took the rest of us 4 days to get round.
Columbia and Katsu just behind us now. Heading down to the last big island off the northern coast.
Anyway, we had a really good battle back down towards the finish with a class 40, Michel, I think, from Belgium. He overtook us with a couple miles to go, and then it looked like he was going to beat us across the line. And in the last mile or so, the wind just picked up a little bit, and we managed to come back and just cross the line ahead of him. With the round island, as we went across the line, a gun, not a hooter, and we've got actually, it was lovely, they presented you with the cartridge from the finish. So everybody that finished the race got one of those. Yeah, in under 50 foot multi-hull class, we managed to get first place. Swanios was third, Bare Necessities second. Across the board, yeah, the boats are fairly evenly matched. I think when it comes to the offshore stuff, the extra length that Hissy Fit's got over the 12 metre boats just means as the conditions are a bit rougher, we can just stretch out a little bit further. But at some points of sails, the boats are very close indeed.
It was a little bit special, wasn't it? Because it was the first time multi-hulls had been allowed to enter the race?
Yeah, it was the first time. It's something that I saw as a possibility. Got in touch with the race organisers, Theo Allen from the Wicklow Sailing Club, and they welcomed us to have a start. So we managed to get, I think, 9 multi-hulls all in. There was the mod 70s, the 3 of those guys, and then 6 under 50 foot.
We then have the multi-hull under 50 class, and in second place, Bare Necessities. And the winner of the multi-hull under 50 class is Hissy Fit.
Next event was the Round the Island race, so up to the Isle of Wight. This time we had Matt Baker on board from Wombat. He decided that was the race he wanted to come and do with us this year. Richard Bickford, Pete Middleton, I think we had Brendan and Robin Russell again. Ellie couldn't make it because she was at a wedding. Usual early start, based up at the Folly where the multi-hulls meet for a little bit of social the night before. A little bit of a challenging start with the tide, but we managed to get across the line. Good start, and with quite a few boats behind us. Some of the faster boats then came and overhauled us on the beat down towards the Needles. With a slightly building breeze actually. I think the forecast was up to, because they cancelled the race for the smaller boats, the under 9 metre boats. There was talk of 45 knots. I think the most we saw was 30 odd knots. Yeah, I mean the sea does get quite large, and it was, in fairness, it was quite large around the back of the island. Maybe some of you have seen the photo that was taken by James Tomlinson, who I think is Rick Tomlinson's son. He's obviously starting out in his photo career as well. Really pleased with that shot. Goes to show, what these boats have to go through. Contrary to popular belief, it was quite a soft landing really. So we got round the Needles, trying to avoid the wreck, which is around where the photo was taken. Heading off downwind, we started off with Screecher. Not really enough sail area, so we decided to put the A3 up down towards St Catherine's Point, and that's where the sea started picking up quite a lot really. It was quite lively, good fun though. We had Chris Briggs on board. He was trimming the spinnaker pretty well, and once we had the kite up, then we started catching boats up, and we got through towards the finish, and we ended up hooking up with Coronimo, which is a Kerr 440 from Plymouth. So he was just ahead of us, and we were on the beat on the final bit, and as the breeze went light, he went ahead of us. Every time there was a little bit of a gust, we managed to claw back. So just coming up to the finish, there was a bit more wind, and we managed to get across the line just ahead of the other guys from Plymouth, which is a great boost, because it doesn't matter whether they're in your class or not. If two boats are on the water together, you're always going to have a race. So yeah, we got second place, and silver salver here. So following the race, the following weekend came up with another crew to take part in the RORC Cows Dinard Malo race. That was the first time for doing that one. And
no video footage because most of the racing was overnight.
Yes, it was mainly an overnight race. I took a couple of little snapshots, but we've got some hopefully better cameras for next year. Finish line not far away. We managed to stay ahead of the other multi-hulls. Team Concise, the Mod 70. He was, we'd seen him go across the finish line and head straight back home as we were still heading across the channel. Those boats are just so fast. They're pretty much 2 to 3 times the speed that we are. So yeah, we don't stand much of a chance staying anywhere near them. But it's good to be on the same start line as them, and we're getting to meet and know a couple of the guys. So it's always good on the dock to say hello. Got through the lock gate before the tide was against us, moored up, and we enjoyed some French hospitality in the walled city of Malo. As I said, Concise had done very well. He beat us on a handicap. We managed to get second place there. The Yacht Club in Malo was a great event, laid on a good party, and then we headed home after we'd had a couple of beers, an overnight sail.
Dazcat sandwich going on here, isn't it? I'm ready to jibe, boys. Ready.
Right, Dad?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. Lovely day.
So that was the end of July. Time for a bit of relaxing family time. Get back to some pony events. We went to family cruise. We went with the Bickford family and my ladies, Tracy, Abby and Evie, and we headed over to southern Brittany, which was lovely.
So girls, how was it?
Yeah, quite.
Worth knowing what it's like?
Yeah.
Looking forward to it in the North Sea in sub-zero temperatures?
No. That's a bit behind.
Following the family cruise, we just fell back into the autumn series, which was the Royal Western. I think 8 weekends of racing on Sunday mornings. A good opportunity to take some different people out for a race for the first time. So we take some of the Saltash cadets out, a couple of hours around the sound and back in, not too much out of the weekend. And we managed, only through having turned up more often than other people, to win the series, beating, you know, Apollo and Wombat, who probably deserved to win more than we did. Yeah, we picked up another cup here for that one. 1934, I think I've seen on this.
Got a fair few names on it.
It has, but these aren't on multi-hull people. This one's been, 1934. So the ornate cup from the Royal Western Yacht Club.
It's rather special.
Decided to make plans for next year already.
Excellent. So you're getting into your stride.
Yeah, we've got a few more tweaks to make to the boat this winter to try and squeeze a bit more performance out of her, but we're pretty pleased how it's going. And then to finish up, we managed to, lovely final event of the year was to be awarded Saltash Sailing Club Yachtsman of the Year. So the John Lilly Cup, this was presented by Nina Lilly. John unfortunately died a few years ago. This in memory of John Lilly, who's a great member of Saltash Sailing Club. Nina, his wife, has just finished her term as Commodore for the last couple of years at Saltash. So thank you to Saltash Sailing Club. And I'd also like to thank everybody who's sailed with us on Hissy Fit this year. Fantastic crew, very varied. It's been good fun, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Hope some of you will come back for 2017.
I'm sure they will, Simon. Thanks very much.
Okay.